What's up, guys? Nick from the Average Biker Garage, back with another episode of the Average Biker Podcast. Today, we are doing our second builder feature in our partnership with the Wyld Stallions motorcycle build. Last week, we ran the first feature featuring Mac Blank, and this week, the second builder is Frank Grimes out of Defiance, Ohio. Now, if you guys aren't following along yet with the Wyld Stallions motorcycle build, be sure to go over there and check it out. I'll have links in the description to their Facebook and Instagram pages. I believe we're still looking for a final builder. I'm not 100% on that. I know Derek. Sorry, Derek. God damn. I know Derek wanted to round it out at 10 just to make sure that we had everybody, had enough builders in case, someone drops out or whatnot. So, last I knew, we were still looking for a 10th builder. If you are interested, hit him up on either the Facebook or the Instagram page, and he'll be in touch with you. So, with all that being said, let's get into our interview with Frank Grimes. All right. So, let me get your name, age, and location.
I'm Frank Grimes from Defiance, Ohio. 33 years old.
Oh yeah, I got family over there in Defiance.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, my sister-in-law lives over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got other family up in Stryker.
Okay. I would say the Carlin name, that's kind of more Stryker, Bryan, that area. I've heard it up there before.
Yeah. My mom's originally from Stryker, and that's where my grandparents lived, and I still got an aunt that lives over there. But yeah, you hear any Carlin names over there, we're all related somehow. I'm not real sure on the family tree, but yeah, we're all there.
Okay.
So when did you get into motorcycles?
I've been into it pretty well my whole life, but really got pretty hardcore, if you want to call it that, about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
My first on the road motorcycle was a Honda Rebel 250, so came a long way since that.
Oh, those are great bikes to use as your first bike.
Yeah, I thought it was the coolest thing ever for the year I had it, and then I rode a friend of mine Sportster, and I'm like, all right, yeah, so the Rebel's not as cool as I thought it was.
I dig them. Was it one of the older ones?
Yeah, it was a 84.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it was looked like a little mini Harley then.
Yeah, it wasn't even. It was kind of rusty. It was just kind of it was a good starter motorcycle. We'll put it that way.
Right. That's the Shadow VLX 600s. Those are good starter bikes too. I like those. Okay. That's what I built last year for the show. So 250. How old were you when you started riding?
I was 18 years old.
You were 18?
Yeah.
So had you rode dirt bikes or anything before that?
I had dirt bikes growing up as a kid, all that stuff. I wanted to buy, when I was 16 years old, it was one of the old Kawasaki triples, and my dad wouldn't let me buy it, and I couldn't figure out why, but I didn't know anything back then. And yeah, as I got older, I probably would have killed myself on that thing.
Right. That's my son wants Kawasaki. He wants a 600, and I said, nah, for your first one, you can get a 300 or 250 crotch rocket. He likes the sport bikes. I don't know why. But yeah, that's the 600s are a little big.
I've never really had the closest thing to a crotch rocket I had. I borrowed a buddy's Buell for a couple weeks one time, and it wasn't really my thing.
Was it the Lightning or the little Blast?
Cyclone.
Okay.
Yeah, it had the 1200 Sportster motor in it. I mean, the other thing it was crazy fast, but it just wasn't comfortable.
No, I worked at a buddy's, it was a Kawasaki. It was a 1000cc bike, and I rode it Well, I rode it a mile down the road, and I was like, yeah, no, this isn't for me. My back and elbows started cramping up right away.
Yeah.
They're not comfortable bikes. So,
I
what do
mean,
you,
fast, but that's about it. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't really care about going fast. So, so what is your current stable of bikes? What do you have right now?
I've got it was my first big twin. I bought a '04 night train, back 2020. And we ended up, first year we went to Sturgis was 2021. I knocked the main bearing out of it. So we ended up redoing the whole motor, put an S&S crank in it, changed it over to Evo style, that Timken bearing, threw a bunch of go fast stuff at it, repainted it. That's always kind of my baby. But I've got a 76 shovel head in a pile. I got a 77 shovel hardtail. That was kind of my daily rider bike this year. I got a 1950 pan I'm building a long bike out of. I got various parts and pieces projects going on all over the place.
Hell yeah, it sounds like a good collection.
Somebody told me it was better than drugs, but I think drugs would be cheaper sometimes.
That's very true. Very true. So, what's your favorite? You said your night train's kind of your baby. Is that, what's the
Kind
favorite
of my
bike you've
baby.
owned?
Just that's got to be. It's between that and my panhead. I mean, it's it's something I never thought I'd ever have. When we started messing around with this stuff, me and Dad, we didn't even know if we'd ever be able to come up with a shovel together. But now we've got, between me and him, we've got 5 or 6 of them in the shop. But
Yeah.
was my night train was the first bike, I guess, if you want to say I built it. Just changed everything up the way I wanted to. Painted it, special color, what I wanted. It was just kind of the first one I actually got to make my own.
Right. That makes sense. So, how you said you got just the single pan?
Yeah. Yep.
How long have you had that?
About 2 years. Uh, that whole thing started off when we decided to start building choppers. I bought a wrecked softail frame, and I was originally going to put an Evo in it because it was available. And back then, when I started, money wasn't out there. Like, not saying I'm loaded now, but and then I ended up swapping the Evo motor for this pan motor, but it had a shovel top end on it when I bought it, and I ended up finding another pan motor where the bottom end was just obliterated. So I had the top end to make my pan motor back the way it was supposed to be. So kind of pieced it back together, that kind of thing. Just kind of gives it a cool story, I guess.
Right. I'd say I was gonna say panheads aren't easy to come by anymore.
No, they're out there every once in a while. One will pop up. Yeah, we just I, Dad bought his 56 that way. Just kind of, it was one of those things. One day it just kind of showed up, fell in our lap more so. But yeah, they're not as prevalent as the shovel heads, that's for sure.
Right. Right. Yeah, I see a lot of shovels cruising through, marketplace and stuff like that, and a couple of groups on Facebook.
It's We don't see them out though. I mean, that's kind of the disappointing thing. We fell in love with the older bikes the last couple of years at Sturgis. I think this year, of course, me and Dad, we were both riding shovels, but I don't know if we saw 25 shovels the whole week we were out there.
Well, out in Sturgis?
Yeah.
Well, Sturgis isn't exactly the chopper.
It's not. Yeah, it's not what it used to be. We did find some cool bikes. We do usually every year, but yeah, out riding around and stuff. It was always neat. We find some other. There was actually a kid my age riding. Was that 81 Super Glide or something? That was kind of cool. But
Yeah. Sturgis has kind of turned into let's trailer our baggers out there, and
yeah, I mean we're guilty too. We haul out there, but 1,050 miles on a shovel head. That's a lot of miles.
Right. Yeah. No, I rode out there shit on a 95 Honda Shadow 1100 when I was
Okay.
17. Yeah, we took a family trip out there back when I was 17. So
It's on our bucket list. One of these years we're gonna ride out there. We just haven't done it yet.
it's not bad. In the middle of the country, Iowa and Nebraska and shit's boring. But
Yeah. Yeah,
you
you
ever,
get out South Dakota, there's nothing from Sioux Falls to Rapid City. It's just miles of nothing.
right, and then you come over that hill and there's the Black Hills, and that's cool as
Yep.
shit.
Yeah, then you're there.
Yep. So, all right, jumping to the Wyld Stallions build, you are a builder in the competition. That's we're doing here, builder profile.
Pretty stoked about it. I just found it scrolling through Facebook one day a month or so ago, and I sent Derek, I believe, a message about it. And like, well, if here's kind of where we're at, and I guess I was lucky enough to land a spot.
Yep. Well, I think we're still trying to fill. He wants to get 10 builders. We got 9 right now. But yeah, that's so you were just cruising through Facebook and saw him post an ad up and said, "Well, I'm gonna just try it out."
Yeah, they said they were looking for builders. Like, well, shoot, we'll throw my hat in the ring in there, see what happens.
Yeah, so you hadn't heard about it last year then?
No, this is the first I'd heard about it.
Gotcha.
Like around Thanksgiving, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was when he had started. He told me he was going to start posting again and start posting in all the groups, sharing everything. So what ultimately made you decide to sign up for it? Just
the thrill of it. I mean, it's one of those things that I guess, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but it's something that not everybody in the world gets to do. I guess just the experience of being a part of it was kind of what drew me to it.
right. And I can speak, being in it last year, it was very cool to, get a magazine and open it up and see, not only your picture, but I don't know if Derek's going to do it this year or RJ's going to have us do it this year, but we had to write like an introduction paragraph, kind of like what we're doing here, but we just, and send it to the magazine. But very cool getting the magazine and open it up and seeing, words that you wrote right there, and there's your picture next to it. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
It's a unique experience for sure. So, obviously you've built bikes before, right?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I'm on my third or fourth one, somewhere in there, 2.5, 3. I have one, and it's just kind of an evolving thing. I pull it in the shop every 3 or 4 months, and then decide I want to change this or change that. So I don't know if that's really considered a build. I don't. It's we call it the Blue Bastard because it's just I bought it because it was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of ugly, but I fell in love with it, and yeah, we just every once in a while it's like, all right, well, we're gonna do this with it right now, and that kind of thing.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, they're never really done, are they?
Well, it all depends. I got 2 of them. The one I plan on building for this contest, it's basically going to be a ground up thing. Like there's really nothing to it right now. So that one will be, once it's done, that one will probably get left alone, kind of thing.
You want to give away what you're building?
Um,
You don't have to if you don't want to. That's I asked Derek. I was like, you want to tell what they're building? He's like, if they want to.
it's starting out as it's a 76 FX. Was a factory kick only bike. Um, I got a frame and most of a motor. That's what I've got. So that
you think
that's where. Oh yeah, yep. We got. I was looking around trying to figure everything out, and yeah, we should be able to finish it up pretty easily for the route that we're going to take with it. It's going to be super cool, but it's not going to be like building a long bike where we're going to have 6-7 weeks of framework, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So you'll be able to complete it in time to have it show.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. And this
Definitely gonna be an undertaking, but we should be good to go.
you gonna ride it all the way up there?
Planning on it, yeah.
Really? So is it gonna be
It's,
hardtail then?
no, I'm gonna leave it a swing arm
Are
frame.
you? Okay. I was
Just
gonna.
just so I can, because I got some progressive 412s with the big chrome coil over springs, and I just want that shiny. I don't know. It kind of adds to the sketchy factor, I think, when you just have this giant spring hanging off the side.
Oh, that sounds like it'll be cool. Yeah, I know last year I had planned on riding mine up there, but um unfortunately the shadows with my big ass on them, they don't like to go over 60 miles an hour. So, and being 2.5 hours away, I was like, yeah, hardtail at 50 miles an hour all the way there. I think I'll just trailer it.
Yeah, if it's pouring down rain or something, we probably won't ride up. But if the weather's good, that's the goal. We're gonna ride up there.
Gotcha.
I think it's around 3.5 hours from here, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a little bit longer because Defiance is just south of me, about an hour or so. So, have you ever entered a build competition before? Is this will be your first?
This is the first. We went to some shows and stuff, but it was just, we would just like a write-in show, that kind of thing. Never, anything leading up to it. So that adds a whole new cool factor to it.
Right. And that's being in this area. I guess me and you are really, kind of in the same area. I don't know of at least any really uh, shows around here. I know what Hudson Leather over there has one Memorial Day and Labor Day, and then
Yeah, we usually hit that one just because it's local and we like to support the local stuff. Um, well, it's not really a show, but we go to the 469 bike night. We go to pretty
oh,
much every one of those we go to that they have for the most part. I think we missed 2 last year.
do you? Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Big Mike down there. He's a great guy.
yeah, he is. We ended up they had a vintage bike night at the Fort Wayne Harley back in October, I think it was.
Okay. Was that?
Wasn't happy about that because she wanted to go, and I said, "Well, we're not taking the new bike to vintage bike night," so she had to ride to Fort Wayne on the back of the hardtail, and she said that was funny.
Yeah, that's a rough ride.
Yeah, yeah, she said that was enough hardtail for her. So
Yeah, I think I don't know if that was the one. I know I saw Joker Cycle Works. It was talking about a show down in Fort Wayne. I think that might have been right around October. It was a vintage show.
um, I don't remember. There was something at Mitchell Sports Bar too. We didn't make that one.
Hmm, Gotcha. Yeah, I know there's just not really a lot around here, as far as the chopper scene goes.
Yeah, we started going down to Iron Pony a couple years ago, but I mean that's clear down Columbus. They've got a thing middle of August usually. We went to Bike Week up at Sandusky. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard about that. You've been to that one?
Yeah, we went this year. Was our first year up there. We went for the show, and that was pretty neat. I mean, that brings stuff in from all over the state or into Michigan, I'm sure too. And there was some top notch stuff there. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's a week long, isn't it?
I think so. Week or 10 days, something like that.
Okay. I'm gonna say yeah. I wasn't sure if it was. Is it called Bike Week?
Yeah, it's Ohio Bike Week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was called something else. But yeah, I've heard about it. And heard that it was pretty decent turnout.
I think there was over 100 bikes in the show that Saturday we were there.
Gotcha. So, part of this competition and what Derek last year you wanted to um, kind of show was that we're all just average guys and we have families and stuff
Mm.
like that. Um, so how do you think you're going to be able to get this done and finish this build while also fulfilling your roles as a husband, father, son, brother?
Oh, we just that's something me and Dad kind of do. He's actually working on his own bike at the moment, but we just kind of, I don't know, we've just made it work all this time. It's just yeah, I go to the shop for a few hours, 2-3 days a week, and usually Saturday's my big shop day, and then Sunday's the big family day kind of thing. My wife will run around with her sisters, so Saturday we kind of do our own thing, and then Sunday we all just we'll get together, go for a ride, or do whatever. So we already kind of got the whole mix of everything. Just gonna kind of keep doing what we're doing.
Gotcha. Is your dad going to end up helping you out on your build then?
I don't know. I don't know that I want him to. It's not that my dad doesn't do good work. He's right there. We pretty much everything I've learned from him. But we're if you looked at bikes that I've built and bikes that he's built, you wouldn't believe they came out of the same shop.
Two
We
different
get along
styles.
great. Way different. Um, he's into he's done some pretty crazy stuff with his frames, and I'm not so much. I'm more of the simple, let's put the fancy stuff somewhere else. And yeah, he's done some wild stuff. We of course, either one of us do something. Hey, come over here. I need you to help do this or help do that. Like we twisted the down tubes on a 73. That was a job.
Yeah.
And it was completely, I don't know, it's not my thing, but it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. The twisted steel.
He wended up, he twisted the down tubes going clear up to the neck. I wasn't sure it was going to work, but it did. I mean, he's got 6 or 7 thousand miles on that frame now, and it's still holding up.
Wow. Well, that's very cool, man. And yeah, that's all I've got for you. So,
Okay.
thanks for coming on and shooting the shit with me, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in person and seeing what all you build.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I'm pretty stoked to be a part of it. So
We're
looking
glad to
forward
have
to
you, man.
seeing what everybody else comes up with as well. I mean, that's part of the fun of this stuff is just seeing, what everybody else comes up with, because, my idea cool and your idea cool might be two different things, but just to appreciate the work that goes into everything too. I mean, your average guy will just see a cool motorcycle, but if you look at it, I'm seeing, there's a lot of hours somebody put into that to make that happen.
Right. And there's a lot of the build I did last year. There's a lot of hours on shit that nobody will ever even see. You know, and that's the thing. I don't know. I'm not good at taking compliments. I guess it's just weird for me. But last year at the show, I had people coming up and that's really cool and that's really cool, and I'm standing there like, yeah, but I that thing right there is fucked up, and I know that it's fucked up, and I mean nobody else knows that,
Yeah,
but
you're your own worst critic, that's for sure. I've noticed that on other stuff because you know where the flaw is because, well, you built the flaw in there, if you
right,
will.
exactly, exactly. So, you got anything you want to plug, man? You got a shop?
No, it's just me. We don't really have anything. We're just, building the stuff out of our garage.
Gotcha. Instagram or anything like that?
No, not really. Just kind of just an don't have anything cool to add to this, I
All right.
guess.
Well, hopefully, you build a really cool bike and you get some exposure, and somebody, was like, "Hey, will you build me a bike?" And then that'll lead to something.
Yeah, maybe we'll see what happens. I know we're playing around right now with custom tail lights, trying to make some different stuff. That kind of started out. We get stuck on, I'll get something in my head or something, and you can't buy it, so you got to make it. And
Yeah.
so we're playing around with the market there to see if everybody else thinks what we think's cool is cool, that kind of thing. So
I'm sure somebody somewhere thinks it's cool.
So yeah, that's kind of me and Dad been playing around with that just to see kind of what we can come up with, because nobody's really made it off the wall taillight since Ron Finch.
Okay. I believe he's from up in the Owasso area.
I think north side of Detroit.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Derek was saying last year that he was local to the area. So,
Mhm.
and maybe we can have Derek pull some strings and tell him to bring his ass out there and check out our bikes. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's built some pretty wild stuff.
Yeah. Yep. There's some wild shit out there, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And again, I look forward to meeting you in person and seeing what you build.
Yeah, same here. Take care.
All right. See you, man.
Yeah, we'll see ya.